Hey everyone, today I want to talk about an exercise that we've been using with our cystic fibrosis patients that have been very key in their development and improving their quality of life. But how to attack and to understand why we're going with this is I want to show you a little bit of what we're going to talk about. What we're talking about is using your rib cage around the bone on your back, your scapula. And what that does is when you raise your arm overhead or you do exercises overhead, what happens is that bone on the back scapula moves around your rib cage as your arm goes overhead. Now, if that's in a bad position, maybe because you had some exacerbating symptoms or you were in the hospital, that can change where things are set. So when we're working with exercises, you want to think about putting yourself in the best position to be able to accomplish that exercise. And this exercise we're going to show you, which is called the all fours belly lift, deals with keeping that rib cage where you take the rib cage around your scapula. Now, the reason why we really like this exercise is because when you do breathing treatments, respiratory treatments, whatever it might be, breathing in through the nose and exhaling causes your ribs to alter and change. Now, over time, say you're in a bad position, think of like exercise, like doing a squat. If you're not in the best position, you won't get everything you could get out of it. So when you're doing breathing exercises or even doing your respiratory treatment, if you don't put your ribs in a good position, then you won't be able to utilize everything from the diet. Just to reiterate why I like this exercise is we're getting the position of the rib cage moving around the scap and it kind of including it in the scenario of the scap moving around the rib cage as well for overhead athletes. And what I mean by that is when we stabilize the scap, the rib cage will then suck back into IR. So the scap is pulling that rib cage down and back, which is needed, especially when we want to raise overhead. We have to understand how to synchronize flexion and extension, and down the road, synchronize reciprocal alternating flexion and extension, or IR and ER. So I'm going to have Nicole get down into this quadruped position. And how she's going to start is she's going to have knees under hips, hands under shoulders. She's going to push and get a little bit long with the arms, not a lot, just subtly. From there, she's taking arms out. It's all about the rib cage IR. So what's going to happen is she's going to breathe in through her nose as much air as she can, expanding her abdominals. From there, she's going to exhale through her mouth as if she's blowing out through a straw, and she's tucking her rib cage down and back, and we're going to get around. Remember, she's taking all the attention away from pressing, but all about IR. So breathe in through your nose as much as you can, and then you're going to exhale. Keep exhaling, exhale, 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 exhale. Hold that position. You're going to breathe in again, in through the nose, and then she's exhaling, tucking this rib cage down and back. And relax. So from this position, once we've kind of integrated this IR, we're going to want to get a little bit more serratus. So in order to get a little bit more serratus, or the muscle that helps pull that scapula on the rib cages, I'm going to have her keep her knees where they're at. She's going to bring her hands a little bit above her shoulders, widen them out just a little bit for me. Now we're going to do the same thing. So when your arms are above 90 or past your shoulders here, you're going to get more serratus activity. Okay? So she's going to get long a little bit, not a lot, just there. Now breathe in through your nose as much as you can, and then exhale, wrapping that rib cage around that scapula. One more, and then exhale everything, getting a good exhale. Thanks, Nicole. So going back to what we're talking about is, yes, we need to do exercises where scap moves around the rib cage, but we can't forget about exercises that keeps the scap set and having the rib cage move around that scapula, especially for overhead athletes and bringing that arm overhead. So try that exercise out. Tell us what you think.